Police finally caught them red-handed outside your window last night. This is not a drill. What they found will shock you to your core. Someone has been watching you, studying your every move, planning something that would have changed your life forever. The authorities moved in just hours ago. They stopped what was about to happen. You were this close to becoming another victim. This was not a random event. You were chosen, targeted, selected for reasons that will become clear in the next few minutes. Others in your area have not been so lucky. What happened to them could have happened to you. The danger was real, and it was right outside your window. What you're about to learn will change how you see your own home, your own safety, your own life. Have you noticed strange things happening in your neighborhood lately? Cars you don't recognize parked on your street at odd hours. Unfamiliar people walking past your house multiple times. Maybe you heard unusual sounds at night. Footsteps outside when no one should be there. Shadows moving past your windows. Strange scratching or tapping noises. You thought you were imagining things. You told yourself it was nothing, but your instincts were screaming that something was wrong. You were right. Your gut feeling was trying to warn you about real danger. Local authorities have been tracking a group operating in your area for weeks. They've been watching certain homes, gathering information, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Last night, they chose your window, your home, you. But police were watching too. They had been following the patterns, building their case. And when this group made their move on you, law enforcement was ready. You narrowly escaped something terrible. The threat was real. The danger was at your doorstep. If police had not intervened last night, you would be dealing with a very different situation today. The consequences would have been severe, life-changing, possibly devastating. This group has done this before. Other people in your area have already suffered. Some lost valuables worth thousands. Others lost their sense of security forever. A few faced threats to their physical safety. The investigation is ongoing. This means the threat may not be completely over. There could be others involved who are still out there, still watching, still planning. You need to know what happened outside your window right now. Every minute you remain unaware is a minute you remain vulnerable. Your personal information may already be compromised. They may have learned your routines, your schedule, when you leave, when you return, who lives with you. Time is critical. The details of this case are still developing. What you learn in the next few minutes could be the difference between staying safe and becoming the next target. The window to protect yourself is open right now, but it won't stay open forever. Like this video immediately to receive the critical safety information you need to protect yourself starting today. Police reports reveal that 3 individuals were apprehended directly outside your property last night. These were not amateur criminals. They came prepared with specific tools and equipment designed for their operation. They have been watching your home for at least 2 weeks, maybe longer. Every light you turned on, every time you left or came home, your daily patterns were being recorded and analyzed. The strange feeling you had about being watched, that was real. The car you noticed parked down the street multiple times, that was them. Those sounds you heard outside late at night, those were reconnaissance missions. They knew when you were most vulnerable. They knew your blind spots. They had mapped out every entry point to your property. They knew which windows were easiest to access, which doors had the weakest locks. These criminals choose their targets very carefully. They look for specific signs that make a home attractive to them. Your property showed several of these warning signs. Police discovered detailed notes about your household, times written down, patterns documented, photographs taken from multiple angles. The level of planning was disturbing. What were they planning to do? The equipment they carried suggests they intended to gain entry to your home. Whether you were there or not depended on what they found most advantageous for their operation. The timeline shows they were ready to execute their plan within the next 48 hours. You were days away from this happening. Your privacy has been violated in ways you're only beginning to understand. They know things about your life that no stranger should know. This information is now part of an active criminal investigation. This group has a history. They've done this before in other neighborhoods. Their previous targets were not so fortunate. The pattern is clear. The methods are proven. You are next in line. The only reason you're hearing about this now instead of dealing with the aftermath is because police moved first. Type protect right now in the comments to unlock essential information about defending your home. The evidence collected at the scene outside your window tells a chilling story. Police found sophisticated surveillance equipment, not just phones or cameras. Professional-grade technology designed to monitor and record without detection. They had tools specifically designed to bypass modern security systems. Lock-picking devices, signal jammers, equipment that could disable certain types of alarms. This was not a simple break-in attempt. The level of sophistication suggests this group has been doing this for a long time. They've refined their methods, learned from past operations, become experts at what they do. Investigators discovered they belonged to a larger network operating across multiple cities. This is not just a local problem. It's part of an organized operation with connections that run deep. Their methods follow a clear pattern. First, they identify potential targets through social media and public records. They learn who lives where, what people own, when homes are likely to be empty. Then comes the surveillance phase. Weeks of watching, learning routines, finding vulnerabilities, building a complete profile of the target. The technology they use to track people is alarming. They monitor online activity, track phone locations, use publicly available information to build detailed profiles of their targets. Your online presence led them to you. Posts about vacations. Check INS at locations away from home. Photos that revealed valuable items. Comments that indicated when you'd be away. They also exploited physical security weaknesses around your property. Poorly lit areas. Overgrown bushes that provide cover. Lack of visible security cameras. Weak locks on side doors or windows. Similar cases in your area show what typically happens next. In one case 3 streets over, the family came home to find everything of value gone. Another household was targeted while they slept upstairs. The psychological profile of these criminals shows they are patient, methodical, and completely without concern for the trauma they cause. They see targets, not people, opportunities, not homes. Your specific location was chosen because it offered them the highest probability of success with the lowest risk of getting caught. If you want access to the complete security breakdown that police are using to protect other potential targets, you can support this channel with super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. Each contribution unlocks additional security protocols that could save you from becoming the next victim. This information is usually reserved for law enforcement briefings. Type 911 in the comments now to unlock the critical safety protocols you must implement in the next 24 hours. Police interrogation of the suspects has revealed disturbing details about their operation. Under questioning, they admitted to targeting over 30 homes in the past 6 months alone. They described exactly how they select their victims. They look for homes that show signs of wealth, but lack visible security measures. Properties where routines are predictable. Households that advertise their absences online. The network they belong to spans across state lines. There are at least 50 known members actively working in different regions. They share information, trade tips, warn each other about law enforcement activity. They were working on a specific timeline with your property. The plan was to strike within the next 2 nights. They had already decided on their entry point, planned their escape route, allocated how much time they would spend inside. In typical operations, they can clear a home of valuables in under 12 minutes. They know exactly what to look for, what's easy to sell, what's worth the risk. The financial motivation behind these crimes is significant. A single successful operation can net them thousands of dollars. Your home represented a potential payday worth the weeks of surveillance. They had collected frightening amounts of personal information about you. Your work schedule, your family members' names, vehicle information, even details about pets that might alert to their presence. The way they obtained this information shows how vulnerable we all are. Social media profiles provided most of it. Public records filled in the gaps. Physical surveillance confirmed the details. They use social engineering tactics to gather even more intelligence, sometimes calling homes pretending to be from utility companies, other times posing as delivery drivers to observe interior layouts. Common security weaknesses they exploit include unlocked windows on upper floors, doggy doors large enough for human access, spare keys hidden in obvious outdoor locations, and garage doors left partially open. The chain of events that was set to unfold would have started with a disabled alarm system, followed by silent entry, systematic collection of valuables, and departure before you even knew they were there. Type secure in the comments to receive the advanced protection strategies police recommend for high-risk properties. You need to take specific security measures starting immediately. Every hour you delay is an hour you remain vulnerable to similar threats. First, change your daily routine right now. If you leave for work at the same time every day, vary it. If you return home at predictable times, alter them. Patterns make you an easy target. Secure every possible entry point to your home today. Walk around your entire property and check every window, every door, every access point. Weak locks must be upgraded immediately. Ground floor windows need additional security. Your digital security needs urgent attention. Review your social media privacy settings right now. Stop posting about vacations before you take them. Never announce when your home will be empty. Remove location tags from photos of your house. In the coming days, watch for warning signs they might return or that others might be watching. Unfamiliar vehicles that appear multiple times. People walking by who seem to be studying your property. Strange sounds at night. Unusual activity on your street. Protect your personal information by limiting what you share online. Delete posts that reveal valuable items in your home. Remove photos that show security system locations or lack thereof. Stop sharing your daily schedule publicly. Common mistakes that make people vulnerable include leaving boxes from expensive purchases at the curb, announcing travel plans on social media, maintaining predictable daily schedules, neglecting outdoor lighting, and assuming their neighborhood is too safe for crime. Install motion-activated lights around all sides of your property. Trim bushes and trees that provide hiding spots. Make sure your house number is clearly visible to law enforcement. Consider visible security cameras even if you don't have a full system yet. Monitor for suspicious activity by staying alert to your surroundings. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. Document anything unusual and report it to police. For a comprehensive security guide specifically designed for your area based on local crime patterns, you can give super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more. This premium content includes specific local resources, direct contacts for security consultations, and personalized security assessments based on your property type. This investment in your safety could prevent thousands in losses. Type 999 now to activate the full security protocol information used by law enforcement professionals. The current status of the investigation shows active police work continuing around the clock. Detectives are following multiple leads connected to this case and the larger network. Right now, law enforcement is conducting ongoing surveillance of your neighborhood. Unmarked vehicles are monitoring for any additional suspicious activity. Officers have increased patrols in your immediate area. The suspects apprehended outside your window are currently in custody. They were charged with multiple felonies including attempted burglary, possession of burglary tools, and conspiracy. Bail has been set high due to flight risk. Additional charges are being filed as investigators uncover more evidence. Each piece of surveillance equipment found adds another count. Every home they targeted represents another potential charge. What happens next in the legal process will take months. Arraignment, pre-trial hearings, possible plea negotiations, and eventually trial. The timeline for final resolution could extend beyond a year. Connections to other crimes are emerging daily. Similar cases in neighboring jurisdictions are being linked to this group. The scope of their criminal activity is larger than initially believed. A broader investigation is underway involving multiple law enforcement agencies. The FBI has taken interest due to the interstate nature of the network. A task force has been assembled specifically to dismantle this organization. Resources being deployed include forensic analysis teams examining all seized evidence, cybercrime units tracking digital footprints, and undercover operations targeting other network members still at large. The timeline for arrests of additional suspects is uncertain. Some may already know their associates have been caught and have gone into hiding. Others may be unaware and are still operating. Information that will become public includes court records, police reports, and eventually trial testimony. Your address may be referenced in these public documents as the location of the arrest. Community safety initiatives are starting in response to this incident. Neighborhood watch programs are being organized. Police are offering free security assessments for concerned residents. Support is available to potential victims through victim advocacy services, crime prevention offices, and community outreach programs designed to help people feel secure in their homes again. Type SAFE in the comments right now to receive the complete safety checklist and get updates on this investigation as new information becomes available. You came within hours of facing a serious threat to your safety and security. The danger outside your window last night was real and immediate. Police intervention saved you from what could have been a traumatic violation of your home and privacy. Their quick action stopped criminals who had spent weeks planning to target you specifically. But this incident should serve as a wake-up call. The threat may be contained for now, but others like this group are still operating. Vigilance cannot be a one-time thing. It must become part of your daily life. Take the security steps outlined in this video seriously. Implement them today, not tomorrow. Your safety depends on action, not intention. Remember, you are not alone in this. Your community, law enforcement, and the resources available to you are there to help. Stay informed, stay alert, stay protected. Type protected in the comments to confirm you have taken the necessary safety precautions to secure your home.